The first way to wreck your marriage is simply to assume your marriage will naturally turn out great. Assume your marriage will naturally turn out great. I'm great, she's great, he's great, we love each other, we both find each other attractive. Obviously, we're going to have a great marriage. It's pretty much what every couple thinks when they get married, right? But it's not the truth. When you approach anything in your life the way that the majority of people approach it, do you know what you end up with by definition? The average. The average. If you do what everyone else is doing, you'll get the results that everyone else is getting. It's very simple. That's what average means, and it's true in marriage as well. So what does average mean in the context of marriage? Well, in practically every first world country, it means a greater than 50% chance of getting divorced. So just let that sink in for a minute. If you have an average marriage, if you simply do what everyone else is doing, you already have a greater than 50% chance of your marriage ending in divorce. Now look at the remaining 47% or so of marriages. How many people who manage to stay married could be described as staying happily married? That's a whole nother question as well. And statistics, unfortunately, also show that if you get remarried after a divorce, your odds of getting divorced again are even higher by at least 10%. The average marriage will probably end in divorce, and if that doesn't happen, it probably won't be a happy marriage. That's what average means in the context of marriage. I thought I'd just share something light to lighten the atmosphere as we jump into the series. We're just talking about this in our Genesis series. The second law of thermodynamics tells us that objects in a closed system are always moving from order to disorder, from order to chaos, from energy toward entropy, toward decay. The whole universe is doing that. Your marriage, my marriage, is a closed system. So like the universe, it is moving naturally from order toward disorder. And there is only one way to stop entropy and defy the second law of thermodynamics. It's not possible in the natural universe because there's a finite amount of energy in the universe. But physicists tell us if we could do this one thing, we could reverse the effect of entropy and decay in the universe. It is possible in marriage to do this. Do you know what the one way is, according to physics, to reverse the natural process of entropy? And this applies to marriage. You have to add energy. You have to add energy, a greater amount of energy than the effect of entropy, than the effect of decay. You have to add energy. Your marriage is naturally moving on its own without you doing anything from order toward disorder. But there's good news. You can reverse that trend by adding energy to your marriage, putting effort into your marriage. A good marriage is not going to happen by chance. It's not going to happen by accident. It's not going to happen by default or automatically, and it's certainly not going to happen naturally. You're going to have to add energy to your marriage and be intentional about creating health and happiness in your relationship. So write this down. A good marriage requires energy and intentionality. A good marriage requires both energy and intentionality.